Hey, it's me, Yasmin Young from the Morning Madhouse, here with an exclusive interview. I want to say just for the ladies. It's not just for the ladies, but ladies, I really, really think that you're going to enjoy this. Before I get to that, big shouts out to Hot Dog Water. Much love to you, Jeff. Now, we'll swing that camera over here so the ladies can see what we got in store for them.
Yo, what up, Jeff? I remember your Hot Dog Water. I came through here and got a couple of shirts from you, too. You know what I'm saying? I see she was rocking the Hot Dog Water glasses, too. So big ups to you, homie. You ain't think I remember what I do.
If you do not know, this ladies is Avant. You know I had to pull him aside to talk to him just for the ladies. So how you been doing?
Having a good time. Happy to be here in Charlotte. You know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful look too. We got a new album coming.
Right.
February 5. It's called Face the Music.
And this is like your seventh, right?
Seventh album, yeah.
Seventh album.
It's a blessing too. I haven't took count.
I mean, in
Thank you.
this game, that's
amazing.
amazing.
Blessing.
7, 9. You came out around 2000.
Well, it's like 99.
Yeah. So
yeah.
What do you think has been, especially now where we see so many one-hit wonders, what has been your key to success and longevity?
Well, you gotta have some substance in your music. I think a lot of people, it's hit records all over the place. It really is, but they just last for 3-4 months.
Right.
And you care not to hear the record again. But if you have substance in your music and it makes you want to digest it and then come and digest it again, that's the most important part to me,
Right.
And that's what I try to do. I focus on records that you can always go back and say, wow, that put me in a certain space. And even if I go out to perform it, you say, I want to pay that money to go see that guy because it's part of my life. And I think that
timeless.
That's what we're looking for in every record that I do, And a lot of people come to me and say, yo, I got a hit record. And I listen to it. It is a hit, but it's just not a hit record for me.
It's not the right one for you.
Yeah.
Now, do you write most of your music?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yes, I do. But I've been able to work with some greats, too. Like collaborating with the Underdogs with 4 Minutes. They came with the hook already, and it was like, yo, they had another style for the verse, and I'm like, yo, let me just do me. And I came up with the quick type of verses on that. So, it's great to collaborate with people, too. And if someone has a record that I feel that's my style of record, I'm not, I definitely do the record,
Now, we were talking at our event that you came to about Separated, and you said you had kind of went through a bad breakup.
Yeah.
Do most of your records, are you pulling from personal experiences?
Not, what I've been blessed. Thank God for this, to be able to pull from my personal, but also things that I've seen, heard, adjust to, like Don't Take Your Love Away. A lot of people don't know I wrote that record about the Colorado thing that Kobe was going through.
Okay.
I never saw him as humble as he was.
Right.
And, the first line is, after the hoping and the praying and the wishing, you're right here in my face. I've never been the one to bite my tongue, but I have not one word to say.
Right.
So it was all based on how I felt Kobe felt at that point. So, I thank God just for giving me that gift to be able to do it that way. Right. So much other stuff going on. So a lot of people say, well, where's the space right now in R&B? I think it's a good space in R&B right now.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, how do you feel from then to now?
I think it's a good space because, you have this facet of basically R&B and hip-hop. But when you put out a great record, people can never forget what real music feel like, real music sound like. Think about, somebody like Anita Baker. She did Lately Over. And she did it her way. And it's like, wow, it's like your first time ever hearing an Anita record. That's what it feel like.
Right.
So I think that's what people got to understand. You got to do records that make you feel great, and it makes others, it penetrates to others.
Now, do you feel like those good, solid ballads, like baby-making music, is kind of missing, though?
Well,
like R&B seems to have gotten so hip-hop-atized.
I don't think it's necessarily baby-making music. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what people get it twisted at. I think it's music with substance. That's why I always use that word.
Right.
Because if I'm going to the club and I'm hearing, shake that ass, I'm sorry, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Those type of records, it's fine. But when I go home with the same issues.
Right.
But if you can give me something to grow with, something to learn from in music, like I listen to A House Is Not a Home.
Right.
Or I listen to, it could be anything, Lady of My Life by Michael Jackson. Those records make me feel like this world is not just in one lane. It's not just trapped in one hip-hop lane. It's all over the place. And that's what makes me feel good about music, and it always has been that way.
Now, is there anyone that you would love to work with that you haven't had the opportunity yet?
I've been blessed, baby. I work with Puff Daddy. I work with Jermaine Dupri. I work with Ron Isley. I work with Charlie Wilson. I work with, just so many. I can continue on, but it was Michael Jackson, but he's gone now. So to work with him, I have to get on the other side.
Now, well, would you ever use maybe a piece of work that he's already recorded and incorporate that?
What? It's hard to do a Mike song because Mike was all about feeling. Half of the time, we don't even know what the hell he was saying words-wise. I mean, I'm being real. You know what I'm saying? Right. We don't know what the hell I mean. Right. We could be worshiping the devil. We don't know what the hell it was. But I love it because of his vibe. Right. Some people, the difference between gospel music and R&B music is that R&B is about vibe. Mm-hmm. Everything is about, the texture of the music. Gospel, you just got to be able to sing. Right. You got to really throw down, you know what I mean? Sing. But that's the difference. And I respect people like Chris Brown. The guy is unbelievable, you know what I mean? Closest thing we're going to get to Michael Jackson on this side. And, those guys, great texture in his voice. The boy can really sing. So, it's a lot of cats out here really doing it really big, but I just want to continuously do what I do. Right. How people respect me. Every time they hear it, they say, that's an Avant record that I respect. And I have people coming to me all the time like, yo, man, I made babies off of your record. And I'm like, yo, I don't want no child support. Don't send me no child support. You know what I mean? But it's
you're helping to populate the world.
Yeah, I got to.
You're doing your part. Okay, so we see a lot of people kind of moving into the judging area, joining like XFactor, American Idol. Would you ever consider sitting in the judges' seat?
Well, I don't like the reality show type of atmosphere. And I'm not knocking those that do it. I just think that, and we don't know what a hit record is anymore. Right. With auto-tune and all these other things going on, we don't know what these kids are vibing on. We listen to, can nobody tell me About It was a hit record. Right. I represent. Yeah. In 1990, we wouldn't have never knew that, so we wouldn't have chose that record. So to me, it's unfair. It's unfair to try to now dilute it and try to just pick it out and say, okay, no, that won't work or that won't work, because music is open, it's fresh that way. Right.
So I'm guessing you're going to say no to my next question. Would you be open to having your own reality show? We see, as far not a judging, but we see Keisha Cole, T.I. I
think it's
R&B divas.
We have to watch how this thing goes. It's just like if the Cosby Show died out at a certain time, that was a great show. Right. You don't want to end up on the tail end of something bad. Right. And it's like, what is reality? Right.
Yeah, because a lot of times it's scripted.
I mean, you got to think about it. Every day of your life. I mean, you might have some things that go on extremely exciting. Oh, right. I had a great weekend. But every day you're not beefing with someone. Right. Or you're not, you know what I'm saying? So, and the reality shows that really focus on reality, those are the ones that don't last. Right. So, I mean, I don't want to be walking around with a scripted situation. Right. So, I mean, but big ups to I don't want to knock anybody for doing what they do. I understand your hustle.
Just not for you.
Just not for me.
Now, speaking of R&B Divas, the reality show, you worked with Kiki Wyatt on your latest single, You and I. So let's talk about that.
I was actually on the show too. One show I did one show there, but it was genuine, right? Talking about how how great she is in the booth, and how much I respect her as an artist. A lot of times, people get to trying to get into people's personal life, and I'm like, everybody is twisted in a certain way personally, right? But her as an artist, I never had problems with her. I could give her something, she say, and she say, oh my God. The biggest thing I have with Kiki, the biggest problem I have with her, she always say, you write your verse better than mine. Your verse is always better than mine. It's like, but she sings so well, I'm like, that's the only way I can really do the thing. You know what I mean? But I just love the young lady, man. She's a beautiful, beautiful person to work with, and I hope she continue with everything she's doing.
And who else do you have on the upcoming album? February 5th, is that correct?
Yeah, February 5th. It's called Face the Music. I work with my production team. It's called The Monopoly. Okay. So basically it's just me and them and Tim and Bob. We work together as well on this new album. So, we just trying to bring back real music. The music that we came up under, and songs like You and I have a song called Best Friend. It's talking about you might have a male best friend, and there's certain lines you can't cross. Because once you cross that line, I don't want to see you again. Right.
Yeah,
you know, it ain't like no, you know, the friendship is dead. Yeah. So I deal with those issues, and I tend to try to deal with things. It's funny because somebody tweeted me and said, you know, love is always, people always talk about love, but you find a way to try to talk about it in a different light. Right. And that's what I try to do. I try to just give it, there's nothing new under the sun, but you can try to make it seem like it's
from a different angle.
Yeah.
All right, so Face the Music, where did that title come from?
It's funny. I was heading on stage, and one of my guys in production was like, yo, Avant, you up next. It's time to face the music. And I said, you know, everybody at one point has to face the music.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, you know, yeah, it's a metaphor, but it works for everything. So.
Right. And speaking of face the music and just kind of facing life as it comes at you, October is Anti-Bullying Month. We have a big campaign, Stand Up, Speak Out. CMS, which is the Charlotte Mecklenburg School System, has partnered with us. And we were talking at our event about bullies, and you said kind of growing up in the rough streets. Like, what do you say to those people that are being bullied, have been bullied, and the parents of people that are bullying and being bullied?
I think that the whole nature is us as parents. I got a 9-year-old son. You have to keep your lines of communication open. I mean, it starts at home. You know, if my son is willing to come to me and tell me anything, everything that goes on. Certain things I don't like, but I can't just like freak out because it makes him freak out, and then that makes him hide things from you. So, you know, I just want him, I'm always telling him, you know, lines of communication is everything. The only thing you disappoint me in with is not telling me the truth. That's the only thing, you know. And if you can keep your lines of communication, and I know, you know, us as parents, we get frustrated and, oh my God, you tell me something, I blow up, and then I forget to apologize to you or tell you it's okay, we can work through it. So I think it starts home, and then those that's getting bullied, you have to keep your lines of communication open to your parents. You have to tell, you have to say something. I mean, there's nothing we can do if we don't know. And what you're doing is you're building rage to do something unbelievable at the end, and you don't want to do that. And then a lot of kids don't understand because they watching movies all the time. If they stab someone, that person pops back up in the movie, in the next movie.
Yeah.
Or they shoot someone, but in real life, that's not the case. You know, and then you end up in jail for, and you're like, wow, I thought dude was just going to pop back up. I mean, that's what happens normally. Mm-hmm. And, you know, because we're young, you know, and we need to figure that out. We really do.
Well, stand up, speak out. Log on to our website, power98fm.com. Take the pledge. We appreciate it. And before you let you go, I've got a new initiative that I'm starting for single mothers, and I know that they would love for you to sing a little something, just a little something, a little piece of something.
Sing a little something.
Now, you were singing, boy, at our event.
I'm just trying to see what song I want to sing to single mothers. It's alright with me, baby. It's alright, yeah. I can read your mind, baby. I can. I know what you're thinking. Ooh, it's alright with me, girl. It's alright, yeah. See, I can't start taking my clothes off.
Okay. Right that's what we really want. Strip. No, but I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you taking out the time. You and I on the radio right now, of course, featuring Kiki Wyatt. New album in stores. February 5th.
Yes.
Face the Music. Make sure that you pick that up. Now, do you have a website? I know you're on Twitter. Give out all that information.
If you hit me up on Twitter at Avant Music, you know, we can chop it up. I normally try to just leave like some great encouraging words of the day, you know, because you don't want to get caught up on Twitter saying the wrong thing. It's just words.
Okay.
It's floating in cyberspace. You can't get back. So, I try to do that. And then also you can hit me up on Instagram at Avant Music as well, and also go to my official website. Avant official website, and you know, we just posted some pictures from Africa and other interviews that I've done. We probably post this interview as well. You know, it's just, you know, now is the time. You got a lot of access. You can pull from this, pull from that, and you can get some great entertainment. Somebody hit me right now on Twitter. Sound like so I'm gonna let you go ahead and finish your interview so I can get my Twitter on right now.
All right, so make sure you look forward to that album, February 5th. Face the Music. It's me, Yasmin Young from the Morning Madhouse.